In this video, I'm going to give you my top 5 tips for scaling a dropshipping store with Google and YouTube ads. Now, my name's George. I run an agency called The Paid Search Company. We're spending nearly $1 million a month on Google ads for some awesome e-commerce clients. And today I wanted to give you my top 5 tips for actually scaling profitable Google ads. A lot of people jump into Google ads. They've got no idea what they're doing. They make all the mistakes. And so I'm going to give you top 5 tips to avoid doing that. Now, number 1 is to start with Facebook and TikTok ads. Now, I know that's completely contrary to what you might be thinking I was going to say, right? That's because this is how you succeed. You've got to build a foundation with Facebook and TikTok ads by first building interest in your product and your brand. Now, if you sell a very boring and stereotypical product that people are always searching for, like, I don't know, a hairdryer, a lawnmower, something like that, then maybe you can start with Google, sure, because you'll be able to capitalize on that search volume. But if you have a unique product, something that people aren't regularly searching for in a high volume on a daily basis, then you want to go ahead and start with Facebook and TikTok ads, because that's going to allow you to get earlier sales, more sales when you're first starting out. It's going to allow you to build data, understand who your customer is, and it's actually going to translate into more search volume for your product and for your brand as well, so that when you come over to Google ads, you're actually just going to be able to go ahead and start running campaigns and capitalizing on those searches. Now, you got to remember with Google, you're paying per click, right? So it's very, very profitable, but there have to be clicks. That's why you've got to start, in my opinion, with paid social. You might be asking, hey, when do I start running Google ads? Well, that's a pretty good question. For us, we won't work with anyone doing less than 20K a month already with their brand in general. And obviously, that's usually going to come from Facebook ads. So I'd say at least you're doing sort of like 20K a month with your brand and upwards. I think that's definitely a good time to start Google. Now, the second point is, when you do start Google, what campaigns do you actually want to run? Well, I would avoid starting with smart bidding on a brand new account. You want to completely avoid that. If you're brand new to Google ads, you want to start with manual campaigns. Now, if you're already running Google ads, don't worry, we've got some tips for you later on. But if you are brand new, start with standard shopping and standard search campaigns and use manual CPC. So that's where you actually set the price that you're willing to pay for a click. So I would genuinely run one cold standard shopping campaign with literally all of your products in, because you don't know which product's going to work on Google because you've never run it before. One standard cold search campaign, phrase and exact match keywords that you believe will convert because they're obviously related to your product. You can go ahead and use Google's free keyword planner to do that keyword research. Literally just, slap your website in there and it will actually just generate you a bunch of keywords that are related to your products, okay? So I would target those. Again, very simple campaign, one ad group. You want to do an ad group per keyword theme. So if you've got a bunch of different keyword themes, then fair enough, you might need more. But I would honestly start with probably your best selling product for this campaign. You just do one ad group with keywords that are related to that product, and then an ad that's very related to that product, and run that. And then finally, you want to run a branded search campaign as well. Same story, one ad group, but this time you want to have your brand name as the keywords, right? So phrase and exact match versions of your brand name. Again, run it on manual CPC. In terms of what bids do you want to set, I'd say you want to start, at least on shopping, with something like up to $1, right? You want to be willing to pay up to $1 for a click. And just that's going to allow you to get data through the door, and then gradually you can decrease that or increase that. Now, using Google Keyword Planner, it'll actually tell you what CPCs certain keywords have, so you can kind of know what to expect and what to actually bid on. So for some industries, you might be paying way higher for some niches, but for others, you might be paying lower. So for example, supplements, you're probably going to be paying higher. For a more low-key niche, I don't know, like maybe outdoors or something like that, you're going to be paying lower. So that's an awesome way to start. Why do you not want to start with smart bidding? Well, you don't have any data, and smart bidding relies on AI, it relies on machine learning within Google ads. And so if Google doesn't know who your customer is, it's just going to blow through your budget and you're just not going to get any keywords. This is going to be a pretty slow start. I mean, this is probably going to take you at least a month. If you've got a ton of search volume, if you're killing it on Facebook ads, then you're going to start printing right away. Like, that's just how Google works. Yeah, I hate to admit it, but it is true. If you're printing on Meta and TikTok, then Google's going to be very easy for you. However, if you're just kind of getting started on those channels or they're going okay, then this could take up to a month to really get rolling. But the good thing is that when you do get momentum behind you on Google ads, it is very consistent, and that is the main USP of Google compared to Meta. Meta's up and down, up and down. Last few months have been really rough, but with Google, it's just super consistent, which is awesome for stock, awesome for just predicting what kind of cash you're going to be pulling in each month, so it's well worth it. Now, the third tip is to move into Performance Max, okay? So I'm a big believer in Performance Max. I think it's an awesome campaign type. There's definitely a few things you need to be aware of to get the most out of it. A lot of people like to slate it online, but it's great, and especially with dropshipping, because you are being so so aggressive with particular products, kind of different to a brand where they've got like their kind of like set products. With dropshipping, you're kind of scaling one product and then scaling another one. PMax is awesome at this. And what I would recommend you actually do, and I've seen this work for some of our dropshipping clients, they will do a PMax campaign, or we will do for them a PMax campaign per product, right? So if you've got one winner, and this is providing that you've actually got some data in your Google Ads account now, you're seeing at least a conversion a day, right? That's like the minimum I would say for you to go into smart bidding, first of all, and second of all, PMax, because PMax is only smart bidding. If you don't know what PMax is, by the way, it's Google's replacement to smart shopping. So it's kind of like all of Google's different campaigns rolled into one, right? So search ads, shopping ads, video ads, display ads, and it's super smart, right? It's deciding where your customers are on all these channels, how much to spend on all these channels, etc., etc. So genuinely consider doing that. So running your winning product inside of your PMax, and then if you have other winners, doing a PMax per winning product. That's an awesome strategy. Also, when you're first launching PMax for your dropshipping store, set it to maximize conversions. If it is just one product that you're targeting, then it doesn't really matter your conversion value. You just want to get as many sales of that product as possible. Then once you've got even more data, so I'd say again, after probably about 30 days of doing that, you'll have enough information to actually set either a target CPA, or if you do go with max conversion value, a target ROAS, right? So target CPA, target ROAS, those are kind of like the next level. And that's where you say to Google, hey, only bid for this customer if you can get it at this cost per acquisition, which is a CPA, or this ROAS. And that's a really good way of getting super profitable with your campaigns. Once you've got your structure in place, you've got a cold search campaign, you've still got that shopping campaign going. Hopefully by now you've got some PMax going as well, which is going to allow you to aggressively scale your daily spend, right? Because you can just scale PMax like crazy. You've got your winners printing on that. Then you want to jump into number 4, which is to actually do some top of funnel stuff. I don't believe, in my opinion, that top of funnel only is the best strategy when it comes to Google Ads. Now, I think the top of funnel stuff on Google Ads is awesome, and I don't think enough brand owners are doing it. However, I still do believe that Meta is best for top of funnel. I will be honest with you here. However, once you've got this foundation in place, I would say top of funnel is actually the next step. It's kind of like backwards for Meta. I feel like Meta, you start with cold and then you focus on warm. With Google, you start with warm and then you actually start to focus on colder stuff and more top of funnel stuff. So YouTube ads, all right, guys, YouTube ads absolutely kill it, especially for dropshipping stores where you've already probably got awesome UGC, right? If you do have creative that you're running on Facebook ads and TikTok ads, so whether it's UGC, studio creative, it's probably going to be short form, right? You can literally recycle that directly into YouTube ads. All you have to do, set up a YouTube channel for your brand. Takes like 5 seconds. Upload those videos that you've got on Meta and TikTok as YouTube videos, set them to unlisted so they're not getting like random organic views. And then you want to take the URL and then you can actually put that URL into a YouTube ad and you can run that and it works awesome. So the way we run YouTube Shorts, I've got other videos on this channel breaking down how we do it, but we exclude all devices other than mobiles. And so we basically run a mobile only standard YouTube in-streamer campaign and we focus on driving conversions. It works awesome and it helps all of your other campaigns as well, because again, it's doing, more for kind of like generating more search volume, generating more clicks. You don't exactly have to get more creative made, right? You can just grab what you're using and put it in there. Now, the 5th and final tip that I want to give you if you want to run Google Ads for dropshipping is to optimize your campaigns and just avoid silly mistakes, right? I know that's easier said than done. Do your research, do the basics right, implement all these tips I've told you. I mean, for example, every time we audit an account, there's like conversion tracking issues, there's merchant center issues, a bunch of stuff wrong with the campaigns. I mean, literally just off the top of my head, first things first, you want to set up conversion tracking. Easiest way to do that, just install the Google and YouTube shopping app on Shopify. It's going to install conversion tracking for you, easy peasy. There's also other tools that you can use to easily get conversion tracking installed, like AdNabu, Elevar, Prozis. And then the second thing is to actually make your product feed good, right? And the way you want to do that is using a feed management tool. So I don't actually like the Google and YouTube Shopify app for this, because every time you change your product title in that app, it actually changes the product titles on your store, which is not what you want. So I would recommend a tool like Data Feed Watch, which is a bit complicated. So if you're a beginner, I would honestly say go with Simprozis. It's awesome, Simproys on the Shopify App Store. And what that does is it allows you to make bulk edits and bulk changes to your product titles without actually changing the product titles on the store. And what that does is it allows you to make more money with shopping ads, because the way shopping ads serve are based on the contents of your product titles and product descriptions. So for example, if you sell shoes or red shoes, let's say, and your product title has red shoes in it, and someone types in the Google search bar red shoes, then Google's going to match your ad with that search term. Boom, you're going to serve. Hopefully you're going to get a click, and then you might get a sale. Definitely make sure you're doing that, and make sure there aren't just like stupid mistakes with your product feed in general. So make sure that you add all your barcode stuff in. You can buy barcodes for really cheap online if you don't have any. Make sure that there aren't any glaring issues. Again, tools like Simprozis, tools like Data Feed Watch will help you fix all of those easy mistakes on your product feed. And then other than that, just make sure you use a solid campaign structure, right? Don't just be having like one shopping campaign or like 20 search campaigns. Don't do that. Watch some of my previous videos on account structure. I've made so many of them. Look at, some of the 7-figure ad accounts we're running and make a structure that's similar to that. On the point of optimization, don't just set and forget your campaigns, right? You need to be regularly optimizing your account. Again, I've got an optimization video on this channel, which you can go and watch, which tells you exactly how to optimize your campaigns. But make sure you're scaling those budgets. Make sure you're adding negative keywords when you're looking at search terms, especially on search and shopping campaigns. Make sure you're looking at PMAX, looking at where it's going in terms of the insight. You can also install an awesome script by Mike Rhodes. Just search up Mike Rhodes Performance Max script, and you're going to be able to download a script which is going to tell you exactly where your PMAX campaign is spending, and that's going to give you a bunch of information and allow you to optimize that campaign. I'm going to stop waffling now. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you are running Google Ads right now and you want a bit of help and you want to know if you can improve them, we will do a completely free audit for your ecom brand's Google Ads. And secondly, if you're not running any Google Ads, maybe you're running Meta or TikTok or whatever else, we'll actually put together a free action plan for how you can start scaling with Google Ads. All you need to do is just book a free call with me and we'll get that set up. Link in the description. Appreciate it, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.